What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another tutorial on how to use Unreal Engine for game development. So today we're going to be talking about the Unreal Engine Marketplace, as well as how to take assets from the marketplace and then put them into your projects. So without further ado, let's get started. So first off, when you open up the Epic Unreal Engine within the program itself, you are going to see these categories up in the top corner. You're going to want to click Marketplace. And from here, this might be a little daunting at first, but that's okay. That's what I'm here for. So there are lots of different options built into the Marketplace for Unreal Engine. And one of the primary things that I personally use a lot because of financial reasons as being an indie game developer is the free tab. So within the free tab, this is also broken down into multiple sections. So some of these include free assets for the month. So it is the first Tuesday of every month that Unreal Engine actually releases content from the marketplace for free for that specific month. So for example, if we go there, this month we talked about modular industrial areas for the environment, as well as some easy plugins and tools to help assist with your project in general. If we go back to the free tab, we can also see that there is a permanently free collection as well as a marketplace collection. So the permanently free collection is more specifically for the entire time for Unreal Engine. So even though the assets change monthly, they also have a section completely dedicated to free assets that won't disappear. Secondly, we also have the Marketplace Collection, which is primarily more of the items that Unreal Engine itself and Epic Games owns and created and is just given away to be used for free. Lastly, we also have Megascans, and Megascans are high quality pixeled images and assets of the real life world, and so because of its high intensity, it's not really good to use in games unless you've got like a really good PC and you're using them for specific things, and so a lot of times it is used for cinematics, cutscenes, and video work. Also, another tab is the Browse tab. So once again, this is broken down more specifically custom to what you might be looking for. So for instance, let's say I was looking specifically for characters for my project. I can actually go into this tab and specifically find characters and go through and feel out which one might be the best representation for my game. Another neat thing is over here on the right hand corner, it allows you to add filtration and tags to really narrow down what you're looking for. So for instance, if I wanted a low poly character and I'm specifically within the budget of $25, it opens up everything that is $25 and below, which might be suitable for the project that I'm currently working on. So that's a very nice feature, and I use that a lot because there's so much great content out there. It's very, very hard to really pick out what it is that you're going to need and what you're looking for. You can also specifically look for the platforms that you're just going to be developing in, such as virtual reality, or if you're focusing more on things such as like Android, iOS, and those types of things. Alright, so for the second part here, what I did was just make a really simple project, no name, nothing to it, and this is the actual first person template which we covered in the previous video. And so now that we have a project open that we want to import something that we want from the marketplace, let's go back to the marketplace and let's say I want to have the broadcast studio. So simply what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add it to cart, go up to your cart, and check out as if you were just going to purchase it. Alright, so now once you've checked it out, it's going to be in your library. So because I have so many items in my library, I'm going to have to search for this, and so this might be very useful for you. However, if you're still new to Unreal Engine and you don't have a lot of things, then you're just going to be able to simply see it right off the bat. So we had the studio, and once you find it, just simply click add a project, and select the project that you are wanting to go with. So we're simply going with the project that I had created. And as you can see here, it is simply loading it into the project file itself. All right, and once that is done, when you go to your project, you are going to see over here in the content browser or library, the folder Broadcast Studio. So within this folder, there are going to be many different options, depending on what specifically is in that asset that you brought over from the marketplace. So for example, if you just simply open the mesh folder, you can see that there are just tons of different items. Now there are different ways that you can do this. So you can actually find an item that you want. Like let's say we want this tripod. Simply click it, and you can drag it into the environment, and you can place it that way. And like I said before, always make sure that your textures are loaded. In this case that it has. Another way that you can do it is you can bring in a cube, and we can actually search for that item as well. So let's say we wanted the tripod because we didn't know what folder that item is. So tripod, and we can bring it in, and once again just make sure that the textures are enabled for that product. Another thing that's very nice with a lot of these projects is that there is both an overview, which gives it a prime example of what the environment looks like, as well as a showcase, which kind of displays all the items. So as you can see, once you open up the map, it is giving the demonstration of the project map. And it's going to look a little weird, but that's okay, because you can see here in the bottom right hand corner about compiling shaders. Now, I guess the best way to explain this is to think of it as it is cooking the Hot Pocket. So all these textures and all these different design elements within your environment is going to have to be cooked. And so the more assets and items you have, sadly, the longer you might have to cook depending on your PC's power and what it is that you're exactly doing with your project. As you can see here, it's slowly starting to come into reality now, and that is okay. Like I said, it kind of all just kind of comes down to your PC power. The PC that I'm currently running for this demonstration is not my max rig, and so it is not compiling the fastest, but it's giving you the best representation of what to expect when that happens. Lastly, if we go over to the content folder once again, to the studio section, we also have the textures, which are for each individual item, and you also have the folder covering the materials for the assets. Now, the textures and the materials will be covering more in depth into another video, but as of right now, that is how to navigate the marketplace and how to bring those assets over from the marketplace to your project. Bringing those assets over from the marketplace is super simple, super easy. Don't stress about it, guys. Take the time to do some homework, mess around in the marketplace, see what you can find, see what might be more interesting to you. Are you a fan of 3D? Are you a fan of 2D? Those types of things. So not only are you learning about the program, but the program is actually teaching you a little bit about yourself. So that's your homework for the day. Just take the time to learn the marketplace a little bit more. And without further ado, I'll see you next time.